Welcome guys, how we doing today? Well, tonight, me, and I know you can't probably see her that well, there she is. Isabelle, say hi, say hi. Well, today we're gonna go and do our first camping session on the boat. Normally I would have my boys with me, but it's a little cold tonight, so it's just gonna be me and Isabelle, and we're gonna go out and see how it goes for the first time. I've never slept overnight on the Ana Mae, and I'm not exactly sure where we're going to anchor, but I know it's going to be close to the Ponce Inlet side, or the Disappearing Islands, which I know that whole area very well, so that's one of the reasons why I'm doing this as a test. Right now it's 7:52 and it's currently 52 degrees, so I pack kind of just like the basic essentials. All I have is a blanket and a pillow, and I also have a bed for Isabelle. Even though she is a husky, it can still get pretty cold for her, so I wanted to bring her bed, which is a nice comfortable bed for her. It has a lot of insulation in the bed itself, so she'll be nice and comfy and also warm, because I am anticipating the water temperatures to drop tonight, and the temperature of the ambient air is going to be a little bit cold as well. So with that said, I am wearing a fleece jacket. Underneath that I am wearing a Under Armour shirt. Underneath that I am wearing like a long john type shirt, which will help keep body heat in, and I also have my long running pants, which keep me very nice and warm, even you know, when it's nice and cool weather outside. So with that all being said, it's you know, it's going to be nice and warm. I do not have heat in my cabin. It is a very small cabin. It's a little cabin, little cuddy cabin is what they call it. And I'm really sorry if you can't see my face too well. I am doing all this in the dark on my phone. So we're actually picking up the boat right now, and I will be hooking that up, and we will be going down to the Port Orange Bridge. So once I get hooked up and I get down there, I'll do my little pre-check before I start, and I will have that videotaped, so any first timers, you can review this video, and it'll give you a good idea of what you need to check before you actually head out on the water. So please stay tuned. Alright guys, so we are here at my storage where I keep my boat. So we have the Ana Mae, and as you can see, I'm going to be hooking it up to my truck here shortly, but I'm going to do a little pre-check before I go out from here. So basically what you want to do is you want to try and see if you can look at your tires, make sure that they are not flat, for one. I know it's probably going to be hard to kind of see because I don't have my light with me, but I do have a small flashlight. So I can use this to help check. So I do not have any flat tires on this side. It all looks good. Got to make sure that the coupler is still all good, nothing broken, nothing missing. Make sure you got your safety chains, and with the dual trailer, since this is a dual trailer, by law we do have to have the emergency brake, which is going to be that little chain right there. So I'm going to go down here, I'm going to look at my other tire. I can see here, nothing flat. I got nothing flat in the back. Make sure there's nothing blocking. Make sure all your skid plates to load up on are nice and good. Now we're going to go to the back and make sure everything is good back there. And as you can see, it's a very tight spot. So now here we are in the back. Check the props, make sure that they're not damaged and they're good. And of course I already know that they're good because, you know, after I use the boat I always clean it and you know, always check to make sure there's no damage before I park it again. But another good thing to do is make sure they move freely when it's in neutral. If they do not move, that means you're either still in gear or that there might be some damage. So just double check That is for my my speed indicator, and that's also for my depth finder. So everything looks good. I don't see any big puddles, no oil leaks or nothing like that, so we're good. Make sure that the tie down straps are on. So everything looks good from this side. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to hook up the boat to the truck, and then once I get that done, I'm going to jump on and I am going to check the battery, make sure everything is everything good there, make sure I got enough battery. This boat is a 2-battery system, so one is usually good for starting and one is good to run any accessories that we're going to need, and I will go into further detail with that as well. So hang on tight, I'm going to hook up the boat and we will be on our way. Alright, so we're down underneath the Port Orange Bridge, right by our dock, and we are going to do our final checks and setup for what we need to do to get out on the water. So there's 2 key things that you need to remember at all times. One, make sure that you take off your safety straps here that connect the boat to the trailer, and you also want to make sure that you put in your drain plug. If you don't put in your drain plug, you're not going to get very far. You will take on water very rapidly, and even though you may have a good bilge pump, it may not be enough. So I am going to hook up my drain plug and take off all my safety straps, and we'll be right back. Alright, so I have my safety straps taken off. I have my system set up all right here. Got the safety chain is taken off. Your main line to crank the boat up on here, you want to make sure that you have a little bit of slack. That way, so when you put the boat in the water, it can slide off your trailer, but still be connected. So make sure it's not in the open mode. It's actually in a lock crank mode. And again, this is another time to double check your drain plug, which I have put mine in. Don't have to be super tight, but you still want to make sure it's tight enough that it's not going to come out. And that's very important, especially when we're going to be camping and boating on the water. So again, just make sure you double check everything, make sure it's all good, make sure you got your line set up so you can tie up to the dock, make sure you got it all ready. And you know, one of the other important things is make sure that you have all your equipment on the boat before you put it on. You know, food, blankets, anything that you're going to need. So we will see you in a few minutes. Alright guys, so we're down at the dock. As you can see, the boat is in the water. My boat's not too hard to launch by myself. Anything bigger than this is probably going to need about 2 people. Some key things. Another video I'm going to be doing is actually how to back your boat into the ramp here. But when you get here, if you have fenders, definitely use your fenders. That'll protect your hull from scratching up against. This one here actually has rubber on the edge. So make sure when you tie your boat off, you're using 2 points. Make sure you get them on the cleats nice and tight. Same thing for the back. I have everything loaded on my boat right now, except for me and Isabelle. So we are actually going to go and park the truck, and then we will be on our way on the boat. Stay tuned. Alright everybody, welcome aboard to the Ana Mae. We have the boat in the water. I have the engine running. We're going to let it warm up a little bit so we can get up to operational temperatures, which is something you always want to do on your boat before you actually start taking off. This is also good because it gives you a chance to troubleshoot anything that's going wrong. Always want to make sure you check your batteries, which I know it's kind of one of the things that you should probably do before you actually get out your boat. I'm sorry that this quality is so bad on the phone. So, but as you can see, I have all my instrument panels lit up. All my toggle switches, everything's lighted. I do have lights in that area here, right next to the seats. We got Miss Isabelle over there. She's very excited to get started. She loves boat rides. Like I said, it's just a cuddy cabin. It's not very big, but you can actually sleep 2 to 3 people in here. So me and Isabelle will be sleeping in here. It does stay pretty warm in here, as long as you have everything closed. You know, the body heat and whatnot will produce enough heat to keep us warm, plus the blankets that I have. There's some equipment here. I'll actually go over a little bit when I get to our location. There's a lot of safety equipment that you actually have to have on your boat for the Coast Guard, and it's also good stuff to have, you know, on your boat just in case anyways. So with all that said, like I said, we'll go over that again. I'll do another video on just that, on just the equipment and safety equipment that you will need on your boat that is Coast Guard required. So make sure you stay tuned for that video. And as we're going, I will be recording as well. It is nighttime, so I am not going to be going too fast. I'll probably doing I'll probably keep it at just the plane, which is about 25 miles an hour for this boat. When we get a little bit further inland on the ICW, I'll probably do a lot of just slow cruising, probably idle speed or low wake as they call it. So with all that, I am gonna stop the video here and finish preparing my boat and just waiting for the boat to warm up. So again, stay tuned. Guys, I just want to touch base real quick with stuff that you should always have on your boat. This is your emergency marine kit. This has your signal flares, your signal gun. It will have anything, if you're in distress, it'll have pretty much anything that you're gonna need to get a hold of somebody in the event of a accident on the water or something that has something bad that has happened. Another thing you should always have on your boat is a emergency battery for your phone. So I have this one fully charged and my extra cable for my cell phone. Another thing you should always have on your boat is a VHF radio. This one here has a 5-mile range. It's a portable one, so it's not that strong, but because I'm only on the waterway here, I'm not traveling far or off the coast. So this would be good to hail the Coast Guard or some emergency, or get a hold of other boaters just in case. Another thing is to have a pocket knife. It's always good to have a knife on the boat. You never know when you're going to need it. Always keep sunglasses. These are actually a type of shooting glasses, but this is really good for night. It blocks the wind from your eyes in case your boat is open, kind of like mine is. I don't have it enclosed. Very important again is a fire extinguisher. This is a must-have. You have to have this on your boat. Doesn't matter what size it is. Even if it's a little John boat, you should always have one on here. This one, if you can see, I'll try and get it. This one is fully charged and still good. This actually has about another year left on it. This is something very important I like to keep on the boats. This here is a jump starter. This could save your life on a boat, believe it or not. If you're out on the water, if you don't have a membership to like Sea Tow, which I don't recommend you use, and I'll get into that to another video, or if you don't have like a Towboat USA membership, it could actually cost you hundreds, if not thousands of dollars for them to come out and give you a jump start. This one here is a 750 peak, which is more than enough for my boat. You can get them higher. This one also has a air compressor, and it also has a light, and it has USB ports too. So you can use this to charge your batteries on your cell phone or other types of devices. So it's also really good. It does have a built-in charging port right here. You just hook it up to 120 volt and let it charge. So again, that is very good to have on your boat. I highly recommend that you do that. Even if you have 2 batteries or 3 batteries, doesn't matter. It's always a good thing. It's also very good too in case you come across a boater that's stranded as well. You know, we're all brothers and families and aunts and uncles and everything else on the water. So, you know, help each other out. I've done it before. I've been helped before. It's just, you know, be a good person. So that's just a little taste of stuff that you should always have on your boat. Another thing obviously is a first aid kit. You should always have a first aid kit on your boat, which, and don't mind the beer box there, but I do have a first aid kit here. Always have your life jackets. Coast Guard does require that you have a life vest for everybody that is going to be on the boat. I have 8 life vests on my boat. That is the maximum amount of people I can have on my boat. So I have 8 life vests, and they range from kids to adults to even babies. So we'll go into a little bit more depth a little bit later on, or again in another video. And so everything's running great. My oil temp, which hopefully you can see there, oil pressure and temp is at normal. I am at my normal operating temperature for the engine. I have 13.5 volts and just under a half a tank of fuel, which would be plenty of gas for where I'm going. She's running great, even though I haven't ran her in probably about 2 or 3 weeks. So everything is good here. Isabelle, she's all ready to go. She's very anxious. So I'm gonna stop right here, and I will see you when we start getting on the water. Back there, that's the city of Port Orange, the bridge that we went underneath and put the boat in the ramp. I've only traveled so far probably about 2 nautical miles. We have about another 3 or 4 nautical miles from where we're going to anchor and camp for the night. So again, I do apologize for the lack of video for this. The quality is pretty bad right now, but once we get anchored, I'll do a couple more little short videos just so you guys can see what we're doing, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you in a bit. All right, so we are now coming up to the New Smyrna dock here, just on the other side of the airport. Again, I know it's kind of hard for you guys to see. This here is directly across from the disappearing island. What normally takes me about, I want to say, maybe a 20 to 25 minute ride, if I'm by myself or even with my boys, you know, I'll probably do around 35, 40 miles an hour on the water. Tonight it took me about an hour or so since we left the Port Orange Bridge. Mainly been cruising about 5 miles an hour. 5, almost 6 nautical miles from where we cast off at the dock. This area is a no-wake zone, so you have to go very, very slow. Right now, doing about 1,500 RPM, so just a little bit below 5 miles an hour. Any slower, you know, it's okay. I mean, you can, not really many boats out here. I wish I did take a video, but I wanted to make sure that I was far away. When you're traveling, there is a safe route that they use. That's why they have markers, usually marked with green buoys or you know, wooden like big wooden pylons with green and red, and you always want to stay in between there. That's the safe route when you're traveling through the waters. I came across a sailboat that was anchored right in the middle of the path. Again, I wish I could have taken a video of it because I have never seen that before, traveling up and down these waters. But, so, we are almost at our place. Probably about another 5 minutes or so, and I'll be at the disappearing island. So I will set up anchor, and of course I'll try and take a video of it all. I'll have my flashlight with me, and I'll just kind of show you what we do. So, even though this is my very first night traveling like this, it's actually been pretty good, nice and decent. The water's not too bad. It is a little bit chillier up this way than it was over north. The temperature dropped about another 5 degrees, so I'm probably sitting about 28 degrees right now. So not too bad for me. Definitely would have been a little bit chilly for my kids. But Isabelle is doing really good. She's enjoying the boat ride. She's enjoying the cool weather because she is a husky, so she does love the cold. In the morning time on my trip back, I will have a lot better video. You'll be able to see some of the beautiful houses, give you a better indication of the route that I take, which is really nice. It's a very calm kind of route. It does get heavily used by other boaters and fishers during the mornings and afternoons. But being that it's kind of cool outside, I don't really anticipate a lot of people being out here. But we will see. Yep, here we are again. I unfortunately won't be able to see it very well, but I have 2 sailboats right in between the frickin' travel lane. So I'm gonna slow down just a little bit more here, almost at a very crawl, just so I can see them a little bit better. They are supposed to have lights on them, and actually I'm pointing right there. You can barely see the mast. They do not have any lights on whatsoever. So if it was any darker, you wouldn't even be able to see these guys. They're not supposed to anchor in the main pathways. They are supposed to anchor off the shoreline. It is very dangerous at night. Again, people do fish these waters at night. I actually just passed somebody who was fishing. Luckily he had a lot of lights on his boat so I could see him. But yeah, again, this is very dangerous. So if you do decide to do some night traveling on the boat, I highly recommend that you go very slow, and you'll see me do that throughout the video. Travel at night, take it easy, take it slow, don't be in a rush to get anywhere. And I do highly recommend that you get some nice LED lights, really nice bright ones. Find a way to hook them up to your bow so you can see. You might want to hook some up on the side, kind of illuminate the whole area. So you know, you'll be safe, and of course, because you know, people will see you too. Yep, and actually here we go. We got the nice little fisherman right behind us here coming through, and this is one of the other sailboats. He actually has all his anchoring lights on, so good job to him. Since we're passed through here, we're just going to go a little bit faster. We're still going to be kind of at a no wake speed, which is very important, especially in these areas, because these waters are heavily traveled with manatees. They do use these waters a lot. As you've seen in my other videos, I came across manatees up by the Disappearing Island. So I'm going to stop right here for now, and I will come back when we get to the island. Alright, so we are here. There's Miss Isabelle, she's all excited. So we are at the Disappearing Island. I didn't anchor yet, but I did come up on the here. I'm going to set up the anchor here pretty soon. I just got to figure out exactly where I'm going to do it. Of course, it is a little bit late at night, so anchoring a little bit harder, but it shouldn't be that bad. But it's nice and peaceful. The tide is coming in, so got a lot of waves coming through, and the wind is blowing a little bit harder out this way, coming right off the ocean now. So it's coming in. It looks like north, probably coming in northwest now, northeast, somewhere in that direction. But it is very nice out here, very calm, a little chilly. I think the temperature will probably drop down to 5 degrees, probably about 40-ish right now, 25 maybe. Have to check the weather. But, so we are here, so we're just going to chill out just a little bit. Probably take Isabelle up on the beach if I can, go relieve herself. We tried before we left, but she was so excited. So, yep, it's going to be nice. Morning, guys. It's about 10 o'clock right now. As you can see, I got the boat back on the trailer. We're back to the parking lot in our parking space here. Kind of a very rough night. Heavy winds, big seas, and my dog decided to go for a swim. So she kind of swam out pretty far, so I had to jump in and go get her. So we ended up calling it quits around 12 o'clock or so last night. Brought the boat back home, so now I'm here putting it back in the storage. So it was fun while it lasted, and I'll try it again shortly, maybe when the weather's a little bit nicer, and you know, this time try and keep the dog on the boat. So sorry I couldn't get any good videos of camping on the boat, but I will try it again, so stay tuned for that. Thanks for watching. Alright, so for the last stage of putting my boat away, I tie up the bimini, case it's windy out, it doesn't get blown away. I put my boat cover on. This helps keep the interior dry and protects the seats from sun damage and whatnot. And kind of also deters people from climbing in the boat and looking to steal stuff. But it's pretty simple. It's all snap-in. I just use the rope in the center, pull up on it so the rain will actually beat down the side of the boat instead of sitting inside. Last thing I did was take out the drain plug and stowed that away. And now I'm about to take it off the boat, or sorry, take it off the truck. And we're done for the day. So sadly, that's it for now. And hopefully I'll have another video here pretty soon. Thanks for watching.